Well, in a few seconds, it's going to be 2 minutes after. So is it okay if I like already say it's 2 minutes after 9? There we go. 2 minutes after 9. Yes, I had to wait for it. Okay, so it's 2 minutes after 9. Good morning and welcome. Like I said, like I've been saying, for Talk to Talk today, we have a guest in the studios. And also I'm joined by my colleague, Rebecca. And I have Priscilla Kayira and Sani in the studios as well. And we're going to be having a discussion on the topic, redefining success, women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood is what is going on today. If you're just joining us, good morning and welcome. We are on 100 megahertz on radio across Malawi. Also, we're streaming live on our website, groove100.mw, and you can also stream this live on our Facebook page. That's Groove100 FM. That's on our Facebook page. So I am joined by Rebecca, as well as Priscilla in the studios. Good morning, Priscilla.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm all right. Yes, Rebecca, if you could just sit on that one. So first of all, Priscilla, maybe just let the people who are watching or the people who are listening right about now just tell us who is Priscilla.
All right. Priscilla Kayira is a fun person. Maybe that's not how I'm supposed to describe it. But anyway, I'm a media personality as well as events host, content creator, influencer, brand ambassador, everything in the media industry. I would say I'm a journalist as well. So
everything media, isn't it?
Everything media. So it's quite awkward to sit here
and be asked questions.
I'm being asked questions. So I'm hoping this is going to be a discussion, not more than
It is. Yes.
What's going on? What's up?
You end up asking us questions.
Yes, I think that's going to happen.
She'll end up like being the interviewee now, here interviewer right now.
No, I mean, because of the topic, I have to ask a couple of questions as well to you.
Yeah, that's true. Because we're just having a discussion, isn't it?
Amazing, yes.
Yeah, okay. So you built a name for yourself like over the years, you know, like you as an influencer, as a host, and like I've seen you at work, girl. You work hard. Like I've seen you at work. Honestly, you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
As both the host and the influencer and whatnot. Now, when you look back, what does success mean to you personally?
For me, I think because of where I'm coming from and where I'm at right now, I come from a place where I didn't think I would amount to anything because I didn't start off with media, to be honest. I started off with management information systems in college. So during that time, I wasn't doing very well in class to the point where I almost got weeded. So when I got into media, I kind of felt like I was home now and everything came very easy. So from just making that decision, jumping from a different course to studying media, and then just like making sure that, okay, this is my second course. I just need to do what I have to do to make it, and I don't want to be mediocre. So for me, with everything that I've done and the path that I've gone through, for me it's been quite a very inspiring journey, which I'm also very proud of. When I sit down and think about it, I'm like, okay, we didn't think we'll be here today. So like it's something that even myself, I'm also inspired myself. When people tell me, oh, you inspire us, Priscilla, I'm like, I inspire me too.
It's good to be your own inspiration, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, we also have hi.
Thank you for finally recognizing me.
I totally forgot she was here.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. How are you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing very well, Angie. Thank you.
Okay, so we have Rebecca in the studios, and also we have Miss Priscilla Kayira and Sani in the studio. Di Rebecca, pali solina sola la chiwili so tsina lina kapena. Sinanga kundi Priscilla Kayira and Sani.
Angie.
Oh, chabwina back.
It's really
sorry.
And it's cold today.
I know. Okay, so now just maybe Rebecca, if you would like to like have an opener or anything that you might want to say before we dive deep into the conversation, what would you like to say to us?
Like I actually adore you, Priscilla.
Oh,
my sister would freak that I'm here sitting with you.
Oh my God,
she adores
thank
you so much.
Thank you.
You're such an inspiration, and you wear so many hats. How do you balance that day to day? You know, being a woman in power and influence, you do so many things.
Yeah.
How do you balance it all?
I mean, everything comes at its own time, you know. One thing that I told myself is I just don't want to do one thing, because I've seen a lot of media personalities, especially in Malawi, they only do one thing, you know, and from that there's always this transition from media straight into corporate, or like you're working for an NGO or something like that. That's not something that I personally want to do myself. Of course, I've had a lot of people tell me, now you need to go and start doing this, because that's the norm now, you know. But then I told myself, because I love media so much, I'm like, okay, the world is growing, technology is also growing, there's social media influencers, there's content creators. Why can't I get into that area? Why can't I do it? I already have the platform, I already have the numbers. Let me get into that, because now I need to teach myself a couple of things as well. The world is moving very fast. I also want to move with the world. So balancing it up is now being disciplined, making sure that I get the work done. And while it's tiring, at this point, I'm looking for a personal assistant, because sometimes I do get to forget the work. I'm like, I'm supposed to do this. Oh, no, I'm supposed to go this place. So yeah, with time, I think I've gotten used to it, but I think as the work comes, it's a lot. But now I'm starting to work around it.
I feel like you're amongst the few influencers in Malawi, breaking the ice here in Malawi.
Yeah.
Before, we didn't have many content creators here as a full-time career, a job. Influencers, it was just, you know, minimal, but now you're breaking the ice. What advice or tips would you give to other people out there who want to get into it, but then they're like,
I think we're getting like deep into things first, because we'll get to the advice at some point. I thought we should, like, you know, take it slow, you know, dive into it and whatnot.
Okay. I might be an influencer.
Well, let me just answer your question really quickly. I do understand what you mean. Don't be shy, you know. I think there's a lot of silencing culture in Malawi, a lot of shaming culture in Malawi. Don't be shy. Get into it. Do what you want to do, and don't look back and don't look forward. Don't look on the side. Just do you. Get into it. Do you.
That's why. This is why I said let us get into the
okay,
because I have those questions
and
those follow up. Yes. Don't worry. But it's only just 9 minutes after 9. We're still got time. We're still got time.
Yeah.
So I think hold that thought. Yes, just hold that thought. Basically, what I wanted to ask you now, Priscilla. Like, you know, social media.
Yeah.
It can be supportive.
Yeah.
You know, it can be supportive. You can boost a person's morale and whatnot. But then it can also be harsh.
Very.
You know. So how have you handled like being online with all this, with everything going on, you know, on social media and everything else? There's people who are genuinely like on your back, who've got your back, and then there's bullies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you handle this pressure with these social media issues?
I think with over time, I've just gotten used to it over time, because each and every year I get something. Sometimes it's even every week. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? But to the point where I've gotten used to it. I have a thick skin now, and I'm not scared anymore. It's kind of funny because people still do it, and for me, I'm like, you guys are not tired. What is it that you want me to do? But I'm not gonna stop. Just like what I was telling her, there's a lot of silencing culture in Malawi. I don't want to be silenced. If I have an opinion, I want to say it, and I'm not gonna be scared because, well, Jana's from Palombe thinks, I don't know what. People that don't even know me, they have never met me, have opinions. So people's opinions don't define me. And it's none of my business, honestly. So I've really gotten to that point where it's none of my business. That's your opinion. You're gonna stay with it, but it's not gonna move me. It's not gonna move me anymore, and it doesn't move me anymore. It's kind of funny, but I think when you keep quiet for so long, people think you're, dumb and stupid. So they continue doing it. One day is one day. It's you.
You don't listen.
You don't listen. You saw that.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, still on the topic of bullies.
Yeah.
And these are issues that are, both sensitive and also like not talked about enough. Anthu ambiri abiza kuti mwina
Yankhula social media.
And zoti zimafunika kuti ziyankhulidwa more and more. So mwina funso langa lina nkuzona kuti it's okay if I ask you in detail.
No problem, yeah.
Okay, so mwina funso langa lina nkuzukhala kuti anthu ambiri makamaka amaife titero eti azimaife. Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for, because I was looking for females. I was looking for that females representation. Okay, so azimaife makabudi pamaka pressure, and I get this unnecessary pressure coming up, especially akamva kuti muntu wa manga bwanja.
Exactly, yeah.
And then we're no pressure ina kumakanga ruguri zima binoculars. What
all eyes on you.
What zikhala bwanji, and Tom is what like I just, I would, this is, for the life of me, I'll never understand where even people get the should I call it the audacity?
It has to be that
the
word.
Entitlement. Yeah.
Where people get that, kuti mpaka na kumaka kuti ali busy ndi muntu kuti moyo wa muntu wina iwo kana busy ngati kuti akhala kuti saja iwawo samaja wawo akapanda panga saiwe. So anyway, why do you think like society places such expectations on women, where as soon as they get married they're expecting kuti by next year they're hearing children running around and everything, like how why do you think society places such expectations on women?
I think because we're still thinking like we're from the old age, because this is what century is this? 22nd century?
I think should be.
Yeah. Talowa 22nd century, and there are a lot of women that are, career driven. There's a lot of women that are confident. There's a lot of women that are, doing the things. But then just because a lot of people still have the backward thinking where, when you get married, the woman is supposed to stay home. That's a housewife. Her job is to cook and to bear children. So there's a lot of people that still think like that, regardless of whether you're educated or not. But your role as a woman is
to have children.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Sama piga agazianga. People will even look at you like, what do you mean agazago sama piga? It's still kind of similar like that. So I still feel like that's that thing where a woman's role in marriage is to give birth, to bear children. And even the Bible says it. So Antu Samakara Guti, they're quoting the Bible in some way. But then the world is changing. People have opinions. Now women think, this is my body. I want to have anything to do with my body. No one can tell me anything, because now azimaya jangamuga, azimaya funa zintu zoma akufuna.
Exactly.
So I still feel like there's that mentality kamene koko karibobe, and it's not even Malawi only. Even celebrities outside get the pressure as well. So even Antwakunjao, as much as they're in the first world country, they still have that kind of mentality. Yeah. So I don't know what which I doubt is still there. Yeah, that mentality is still there.
Now, speaking of these cultural expectations that are placed on you, wait, first of all, I want to see, we are to have a therapist on the line.
Okay.
Let me just see if she is on the line. Hello? Hi. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right. So I am with Priscilla Kayira as well as Rebecca in the studios. We are live on Groove100 FM. Welcome to the program, Chichi.
Thank you.
So first of all, maybe just introduce yourself.
So my name is Chilunga Momanga Namizinga, also known as Chichi the therapist. I'm a psychologist by profession, but also a therapist at House of Therapy. Yeah.
Okay, so we are discussing, redefining success, women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood. And I was just having a discussion with Priscilla in the studios on how women, like many women, face like constant pressure to have children, soon after marriage. Why do you think society like places such expectations on women?
Well, I think initially, like of where we're coming from, culturally, I feel like this was the thing, like how everyone expected. That was the only role or responsibility or expectation that was there that people had for a woman. So I think with time, as things have changed, as women have started to be involved in careers or also so many things that have been happening, people haven't not everyone has been able to move along with that. So we still have people whose maybe mindset, mentalities have still been stuck to that age. So because of that, I think that's why we still have people who even up to now will still look at a woman who hasn't had a child yet and feel like they're not women enough or they're not doing enough for some reason. Yeah.
And do you think, like, with such expectations on women, even in this modern age, how do you think it would affect a person's, mental well-being, their mental health in general?
So this has a lot of negative effects on women's mental health or just well-being in general, because now there are negative thoughts that this woman is hearing over and over again. So if whether online or we're talking about even in our day-to-day lives where we're meeting people in society, some will just make comments, others even just by actions, you know what they mean. And these things do get to you because you're human. So you are a person who processes things. You're a person, these things will get to your brain and you will process them. And in return, some of these things still stay with you in a sense that they start to now mess with your self-esteem.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I thought I lost you there for a second.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Are you able to hear what I?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, talk about self-esteem, where now people begin to become too cautious when they're working on when they're in public or when they're interacting with other people, because sometimes you're thinking this is what the person is thinking, and that to mess up with how you look at yourself. Even no matter where you with your working somewhere, you're doing business, it starts to mess up with your level of productivity in even the way you approach people. And apart from that, it has really long-term negative effects. You have not developed. You help this. At the end of the day, you don't know what to make this. So some have no control over it because of it.
Gigi, I keep losing you. I think it must be the network. I keep losing you.
I'm sorry.
Maybe just give us a second. I just wanted to ask Priscilla. You said much of what Priscilla also just said when I asked her, on the expectations from people. So maybe just getting back to Priscilla for now. Priscilla, like as a woman of influence, like how do you balance, your career ambitions with the cultural expectations placed on you?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, I'm a career-driven woman, but I also am very cultural-oriented as well. But that hasn't even taken me back to think, okay, this is what society and what culture expects from me. But there are goals that I want to achieve before I can, get to the part where I want to have kids, get to the part where now I can settle. Because raising children is not... it's
not a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park.
It's not for the faint-hearted. So mentally, I also need to be prepared for that.
Exactly.
So like for now, I'm like, okay, let me focus on my career first, then children will come later when I'm like, okay, settled, and I'm feeling like now I think I'm well prepared. So it hasn't really affected me that much because I know where I want to be and I know when I want to have children. So it hasn't really done much to me, to be honest. I'm just here like listening. Oh, okay, all right. If you want kids, then you have the kids.
Let me know how it goes.
Let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. So Rebecca, we also have like Chichi the therapist on the line as well, as we are continuing with the discussion for today, you know, women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood. By the way, if you're just joining us, good morning and welcome. This is Groove100 FM. We are on 100 megahertz on radio. Also, we are streaming live on our website. That's groove100.mw. And you can also watch this live on our Facebook page. That's Groove100 FM. Follow us on our socials on TikTok as well as on Instagram. Now, Rebecca, maybe you had something you wanted to ask either Priscilla or Chichi the therapist.
I love that Chichi the therapist is here because Priscilla, you say so much about, you know, social media bullying, and you're always the topic almost every day. You say it every week, but I think it's almost every day. I feel like do you think that society or social media here in Malawi or anywhere else is harsher on women, or is it the same with men? And if I really don't know how I can put it, but do you think it is harsher on women compared to men? Like, is it harsher on you compared to the men out there in the public eye as well?
Oh, most definitely. Yes, it is. Because going back to what Angela asked, it's because as a woman, people define you like that. You need to have kids.
Like a baby machine.
Yes, exactly. But for men, it's like you need to take care of the home. I think I've never seen anyone being bullied because of that, to be honest. But maybe being bullied to any type of vibe, but not necessarily. Where are the kids? What's going on? So it definitely society is more harsh on women than it is on men. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we still have Chichi. Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So just getting back to like the question that Rebecca just asked, like, what message would you give like to young women who, you know, feel judged constantly, or they feel, you know, left out because they haven't like followed society's timeline, you know, for marriage and motherhood? Like, what message would you give to these women?
So first of all, I would like to put it out there to say, don't take this thing personally, because first of all, this is not about you. So I think most times when these things are spoken about, we to look at ourselves, we start to judge ourselves as well. Sometimes we feel like it's helpless because we're thinking some of these things are true, or maybe this is how everyone else is thinking. And then we start, sometimes we can blame ourselves for that. But this is about the person who says that. This is about the people who sort of bully us. This has nothing to do with you. They think it has to do with you, but it has to do with them. Because most of these people who are doing this, it's just they have a hunger for control. They want, some of these people just want to sort of put you down, maybe because they notice how great you are in some areas, or certain areas, or there are certain things that you're doing and they don't want you to change. And sometimes it's just because of their own inadequacy. So they're insecure about certain things, and some of the ways they make you better about it is by attacking. So take it as that. This is not about you. This is about someone else who's decided to put someone else down, to make someone else feel bad, to shame someone else. So this is something that, you know, it's not about you. As long as for you, you have value. You are more than enough. You don't have to fit yourself into someone else's boxes in order for you to qualify. So the fact that someone else doesn't see your value doesn't mean you don't have value. Or the fact that someone else is looking at you and measuring, sort of like assessing you based on their own understanding, you can't manage to fit everyone else's box. So be yourself, you know your situation, you understand yourself better, you know the reasons why you've made that choice, it's not the situation you are in. So first of all, understand your value and hold on to that. Don't allow the things that come out from outside change the person that you are. If anything, continue to add value to yourself, because that's what will boost your own emotional well-being, that's what will boost your own psychological well-being. And continue doing great. Take care of yourself, because I know there are other women who, when they face this type of bullying, they will start to look down on themselves, and now they don't take care of themselves. They feel like they can't do good anymore, they can't do great. No, go ahead, because the best way to overcome, or the best way to make sure that you close people's mouths is when you continue living and enjoying your life. That's the best result that you can take. Never stand and start to respond or start to be angry with the people, because the people who bully, actually, that's what they look for. That's what gratifies them. So they want to see you being angry. They want to see you miserable. They want to see you getting worried and all these things. But once they see that you're strong, you're studying strong, and you're continuing to enjoy and live life, they sort of feel bad and they don't get satisfied. That's one of the ways that would make them stop. So now you're beautiful as you are. You're valuable as you are. Ongoing. Yeah, I think that's what.
All right. So, thank you so much for that. Priscilla, did you want to add to that? Did you maybe want to add to the question I asked on the message you would give to young women who feel judged or left out?
Well, she has said a lot of things which I totally agree on. It's all about it's all about the person. Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. Know who you are. Be self-aware. Know the things that trigger you. If social media triggers you, get off social media. If it doesn't trigger you, stay there. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's Janice from Palombe who doesn't even know you. Who doesn't even know you. So they have an opinion on your body, an opinion on your life, and yet iwo komo kala kumuna so alibeya lunch busy, you know, busy kulimbana ndi muntu with their last 22 MB on their phone. Alemba ka comment kawo basi bando yathera iwe ukhala pamene baje busy writing, busy, you know, ndima gugu sitting down thinking muntu jangolemba sizikunkuza iyo his body thinking mwinaso sawerenga koma iwo wawerenga zitu zija. So don't take it personally. These people really want to push you down, and they hate the fact that, okay, Talimbazo says we have bullied her, but look, she's not doing anything. So it's more of just continue doing what you love to do. It's amazing to see people that have been bullied so long, but they're still moving on with their lives. They're still, you know, achieving their goals, and they're still, you know, inspiring other people. Because what you don't know is there's a kid that is looking up to you. If this person can break down like this, how about me, you know? But you need to stand firm in yourself. Like I said, be self-aware, carry that crown, and don't let it slip.
That's inspiring. That's beautiful.
Oh, okay. Do you want to add anything, Rebecca, before I continue with the questions? So by the way, if you're just joining us, just to remind you, we are live on Groove100 FM. This is Talk That Talk. It's that time that we have discussions with different guests in the studios from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock inside our group morning drive with me, Angie Tigris. And of course, we get different guests in the studios. And today, my guests, we have Priscilla Kayira, as well as Chichi, the therapist, who is also on the line. And I also have Rebecca, my colleague Rebecca, in the studios as well, discussing on women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood. That is our topic of discussion for today. Because there are there's expectations from people on women, on different women and whatnot, on most people, once you get married, basi binoculars uyangana muntu unetsisa kuti ukhala bwanji, and baliso zinthu zika zoti basi just too many expectations on women You know what I mean? So that is what we are discussing today. And we have Chichi, the therapist, also, who is discussing with us the mental toll this can have on the women going through this pressure from the society, this pressure from family, this pressure from friends, just pressure from all corners that the women are going through with this. Now, the mental toll this can have. So now, moving forward, I don't know if Rebecca, there was a question you wanted to ask before I continue.
No, you can continue.
Okay. By the way, to those who are watching and those who are tuned in, you can send us your views mukozoruza nditu maganizo anu mukoza kutumiza pa nambala yomwe ija pa 0980100100 mukozorumiza WhatsApp message, mukozorumiza VN kapena mukozorumiza message nditu ya direct kuti utimveso nafeso maganizo anu pankhani imene tukambirana leroli. You can send us your messages to 0980100100. You can send a WhatsApp message, you can send a VN. Also, you can send a direct message to that number. That's 0980100100. Would like to have your views on this. And now, looking at the time, maybe just quickly, if we can just continue with Chichi. Chichi, you're still on the line? Is Chichi still on the line? Hello, can you hear me, Chichi? Okay, it looks like we lost Chichi there for a second, but we'll try to get her back. Now, back to you, Priscilla.
Yes.
What role do you think men, families, communities play in reducing the pressure women face around, marriage and motherhood?
I mean, it's different roles, because even the pressure starts from the family sometimes, and it's quite unfortunate if it does start from the family. Relatives also play a huge role into making someone feel bad and making someone like do things that they don't want to do. But family is supposed to be very supportive, because having children, like I said, is something that one needs to sit down and work on it. Not everyone can have children.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's also a biological thing altogether.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that. They think, okay, one time, boom, one.
Yeah.
Other people go years and years without having kids, going to different hospitals trying to, have kids. So families and community also needs to be very supportive, and they need to be very empathetic and very sensitive with these issues, because I feel like people are not sensitive with these issues, but it is something that is very sensitive. And again, children is a gift from God, and if God is saying mwana wanga yukhala ngati sana wonzeke ndingodikira kale mphaso iyi ndizampasa nthawi yake. So let's be supportive, especially with the family, surrounding. Be very supportive. If you can, just maybe not talk about it is also a part of being supportive. Yeah,
exactly. That's being good. Basi, just don't talk about some of these things.
Don't talk about it. Basi. Kuti nthawi imene akufuna muno wake azapanga zinthu zoyenera kuti adanti.
And it even says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Exactly. So, as a family and as a community, we even have to be very sensitive and play the positive role in encouraging someone to, be easy with it. Things are very tough. Be easy with it, but troubles don't last forever.
Yeah, that's true. All right, thank you so much, Priscilla. I think we have, sorry, Rebecca, I think we have the therapist back on the line. Chichi, can you hear me? Are you back on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. It's good to have you back. We lost you for a second there.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you the question that I also just asked Priscilla just now. On what role you think that communities, families, just people in general, like what role can they play in reducing the pressure women face around marriage and motherhood? What role do you think people can play?
I believe, first of all, we can be people who sort of have empathy. I think we need to really adopt the empathy culture as communities, as families, where we look at someone, put ourselves in someone else's shoes. You know, when we put ourselves in someone else's shoes, we know how to handle other people. We know how to approach other people. We know how to treat other people. Because some of the reasons why we just approach people and talk anyhow or treat them anyhow or whatever is because we never really think or put ourselves in their shoes in a way. So that's why we don't imagine how that would feel. Because there are times when even family members say comments that you would wonder if they really sat down and thought about it, or if they had a child or a relative or themselves, if they were in your shoes, they would have, been okay being talked to like that. So even in society, really, we can have people in the society, we can have people who get married, and we can, already we can put ourselves in the shoes and say, okay, maybe they are not having kids because they are just not ready, or maybe probably they are having like medical issues, or maybe because of whatever. So if you have all these reasons in your head, already you can't just comment anyhow, So you already know how to handle or how to support. And sometimes if you know the reason why people are not having children, even if you don't even know the reason, you can just be supportive enough. Because you don't know. Some people may not have children, but they really want to have children. So even when you're around them, you make sure that you become that caution for them, because you are thinking, or you already have an idea of what they may be going through. So even as family, I think it's better to just be in a place where, when the world has said everything, when the world has done, has done bullying us, we can come back to family and still feel safe and feel loved. And even as a society, like I said, we should be careful with the comments we make. We should be careful with how we view other people and how we get into other people's business. I think it's high time people get to understand the limits of their rights, because you don't just talk just because you are able to or just because you can. It has to have a limit where if it becomes, hazardous to another person, then you need to know that's where you stop. So as family as well as communities, we can also just create what we call support groups. Where a group of people who are going through similar things or who believe in similar things come together, just talk and share how to handle certain things or how to cope with certain situations. That would also help in a way. So maybe those are some of the ways where family community can come. Or also just to stand against those that bully, just to speak against it. Because sometimes we may partake in such things just because we are not saying anything.
Yeah,
so we know
exactly.
Someone else is being bullied. We know someone, but this is not right, and yet we
just keep
remain
quiet.
silent. But once bullies know that there are a group of people who believe in the same, then they actually are against what I'm doing. Sometimes they may tone it down or even stop because they know not everyone agrees with them. So maybe we can also just be there and support in such ways. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Just to remind you, our listener and those watching right about now, you can send us your views on our topic today on 0980 100 100. That's 0980 100 100. You can send to our WhatsApp. You can send a VN. You can also send your message to the direct line. That's 0980 100 100. That's what you can do if you have any views on today's topic. And of course, today's topic is on our topic today is on redefining success. We're redefining success. Women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood. And I have guests in the studios. I have Chichi, the therapist, on the line. I also have Priscilla Kayira in the studios with me, as well as Rebecca, who is also in the studios with me. This is Groove100 FM. Now, as we are moving on, Rebecca, is there anything you might want to say or add or ask before I continue?
Well, okay. I'll for Priscilla now. What was that? You faced a lot of criticism, bullying, and some encouragement here and there.
Yeah.
What was that point in your career? That point that made you to grow thick skin and say, okay, I think I can endure it all now.
Yeah.
That turning point in your career.
Yeah. My turning point is I started having people that make me feel good. I started going to where I'm loved. and then I realized who I am at that point. Because people now take social media they take it to heart. Social media, make money there. Try to, voice out your opinions once in a while. But once you realize that these people they don't know me like that. But then if you have a community that supports you, supports your dreams, they remind you your worth, they remind you of why you started doing it, encouraging you. So at that point, I used to hear a lot of encouraging words, and I used to hear people telling me, stop being humble now. Because at first I thought, okay, let me be humble, people might start respecting me. Then I realized
people start liking you.
Yeah, people start liking me. But then I realized it's not gonna work like that, and that means I'm faking it. Let me be who I am. I'm a queen, and I'm good at what I do. And from that point on, that's when people now started telling me, yes, because we see who you are, but you don't see it yourself. So the moment you start seeing your worth, the moment you start seeing who you are, everything else around you doesn't matter. So that was the point where I was like, I know who I am. So why should Janice from Palombe?
I know, but Janice, I'm pretty sure there's a Janice somewhere in Palombe.
There's no Janice. But why should that person who doesn't even know me, has never even sent me money, has never even done anything for my career, why should I start listening to that person? So knowing who I am, being very self-aware has really helped me and has made me have a thick skin.
But a follow-up question now from there.
Yeah.
Is there like any change in society? Because we talked about how society can help women, how society can encourage women. But is there any hope or just a little bit of it? People from society, random people.
Maybe for that one, let's ask Chichi the therapist first before we get to Priscilla on that one. Ask Chichi the therapist your question.
Okay, Chichi, is there like any change in society where you see people encouraging other women, society encouraging women in as much as there is that bullying that comes from society, but is there any small group in society, like clubs, sort of rehab thing where people encourage other women, random DMs to encourage them? Is there any such hope, or what can we do about it?
Hello. Okay, I thought we lost you again.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Okay.
All right. So, thank you for the question. When I was explaining about some of the things that maybe people could do or support that women would receive just to, to boost their mental well-being or just to get the support they need as they go through the pressures that they go through, there are what are known as support groups. So there might be other groupings, organizations that are there as well that maybe I'm not aware of. But I know there are support groups that are offered by different, especially mental well-being, wellness centers. I know we have, I'm not sure of St. John, but I'm sure they may have something like that. But I also know communities that have different support groups. So support groups are groups that are formed based on a certain challenge that people are facing. So it could be something just to do with, I don't know any of the groups that are specific for women that are facing bullying or in that sense. But then we have people who are meeting up maybe because already they are going through maybe anxiety, or we have people who are struggling with substance use. Of course, also some of these things may be coming in because some of the pressures that they are making out there. So they could also discuss some of these issues there. But I know we have household therapy that has sometimes adolescents, women that are meeting just to discuss some of the challenges, mental health challenges that they face. But there could be others out there. So you can just check this in your community, because others are community-based as well, where women will meet, I think, the ones that are specialized may not really be there, but they just talk about different challenges. So that could be included in one of those as well. But apart from that, also, you could create groups, even in the places that you're at. You can have friends, or you can meet up with people, colleagues, that you can decide to just meet up and say, encourage each other, talk about different issues, and even raise awareness in the places that you are in. So that, because some of these people also, it's a lack of understanding or lack of knowledge of the impact these things may have on someone's life. So maybe raising awareness as well could be one way of making sure people know, so they also sort of stop doing it or just prevent others from doing it as well. Yeah, I think that's what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Priscilla, would you like to add to that?
I feel like it's not...
I'm sorry. Okay, let me just rephrase it for you.
No. Like I'm trying to put it in the most respectful way. I feel like the encouragement is little, and it's gonna take us some time, because there's a lot of shaming and silencing culture in Malawi. Because once someone sees you supporting somebody, they will shame that person. Why are you supporting them? Zanonzimozi, or like mpaka mene mauza zimene zozo, So even when I wrote on my Facebook that I don't want to have kids, and that's okay, the barshness or the harshness even came from fellow women.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing.
So
it's, from fellow women.
It's gonna take us some time. And even when someone posts something, I've never seen, even on my own comments, it's very few comments that will come and agree or that will come and support. But the rest will, because they're following the majority, okay, everybody's saying this, let me take that lead. There are a few people that want to open up, they want to say stuff, but they're scared. So it needs somebody, like there's need for people that have huge platforms to start standing up, to stop being scared, and to start using their platforms for the right and positive reasons, for the things that they're seeing that, okay, there's this that is happening. Let me try to address this because I know it's not good morally as well. So there's need for more people to be courageous, more people to, to not care, and to be very supportive. And like what the therapist has said, to also just try to stand up for something. There's a saying that if you don't stand up for anything, you die for. Yeah. For nothing.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You also need to stand up for something. If you see that, okay, this is not wrong, try to say something. People go through depression. People commit suicide because they haven't had that community, or they haven't had that one person that they could talk to or even support them. For me, I take comfort in knowing that everything that I say has helped even one person. I take comfort in that, has saved one person, has made somebody feel better about themselves. I don't care what other people might say, but if I've helped that one person, I'm good. I'm like, okay, I've done my job for that time. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Priscilla, for the insights and for just sharing with us. Looking at the time, I think what I would like to do first of all is, Chichi, maybe there is something final you might want to add before I wind up with Priscilla here on our topic today.
Oh yeah, just an addition. I think at the beginning when you asked where you were asking what women or girls who have already been facing this, who are facing this at the moment, what they could do. So one of the things as well is just to find someone you can trust and talk to. Sometimes when you're going through something, you feel like you're the only one who's going through it, until maybe you talk to someone else and you realize maybe you're not the only person, and then you get to, to just speak out, like to express yourself, how this affects you and everything else. So talking to another person helps with processing the emotions that you're going through as well. So there's a light that you start to see, there's a light, there's this load that lifts off you, and also just to make sure that you don't get it, you don't internalize it in, because the things that you don't bring out, they sort of later on manifest as something else. So unexpressed emotions, eventually they are what will make us sick. Sometimes the depression, the anxiety, these are some of the sicknesses that will come because at some point we may have internal emotions. Or even just sharing someone, it starts to help you to be outside of your head, and so you feel better as well. And connect with other people, even if it's not for you to discuss this, but because you're connected with other people meaningfully, you are focusing on other things, you have your joy, happiness, people who support you, you know people love you and accept you, that will also help you as well. Yeah, so don't just stay an island. Be able to connect as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Chichi, for joining us on the line there.
Thank you. I'm here. I can still hear you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I'm looking at the time now. I think I have to say goodbye to you now. But thank you for sharing with us, your views on this, on a therapist's point of view from the discussion that we were having today. So thank you very much, Chichi.
Thank you so much for having me on the program, and all the best, ladies.
All right. Thank you. All the best to you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so that was Chichi on the line, a therapist who was also just having a discussion with us on our topic today, women, social pressure, and the choice of motherhood. That's the topic we're having today. And we had her more on the, to share with us on how this can affect a person's, mental health on that topic as well. So now, just to remind you, if you would like to share your views on the topic, you can send us your messages on 0980 There is a message here that says a lot of shaming and silencing culture in Malawi. It's the PhD syndrome, pull her down syndrome. For a second I was like, PhD. The pull her down syndrome. People celebrate when someone is just like the majority. Anyone rising above standards becomes an enemy, which is too bad indeed. And this is a message I just received right now. So thank you so much. But you didn't put your Jacob. There you go. Okay, thank you so much, Jacob, for this message. For your message. Now, Priscilla, getting back to you, is there anything you might want to say that is just in a nutshell, something final, that you might want to say to the people watching and the people listening right about now?
I mean, I think I've said a lot. For me, it's know who you are. Be firm in your personality, be confident in yourself, make decisions that will better your life, will better your mental health, and also keep a community around you that is very supportive, that will cheer you on regardless of the situation that you're going through, and try to get some hobbies that make you happy when you're feeling down, and make decisions that will make you and only you happy. Stop living for the world, stop living for the standards, because the standards will be there and the work is still there, but create your own standards. That way you're going to live the life that you want. Remember, you only have one life to live, and this is not a trial. God is not going to say, yeah, okay, Priscilla, here's another life. Try again. No. So live life to the fullest. Live life because you're happy with yourself, and be kind to people. It doesn't take anything away from you.
It doesn't hurt to be kind.
And I would really, really love to see more people, bashing bullies, more people supporting people who are, crying out for help.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all I can say for now. If there are other things, maybe you see on my platforms, but for now, I would just like to encourage women out there that are also struggling to have children, that want to have children. It is well. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Don't let anybody shame you. Again, have a really supportive system around you that's going to help you. So, Yeah, thank you for having me, Angela, and I appreciate your time as well. I don't like answering questions, but I think I've tried my best.
You really
You have,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? You're a mom, right?
Yeah.
You're a single mom for that matter. How has also society affected you by looking at you like, okay, you're a single mom, how are you doing it?
I just take one day as the day as it comes, you know,
Yeah.
one day at a time. Basi, just okay. Here's the thing: whenever I see my boy, I'm just there like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
it's I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all that matters. You know, I'm happy and I'm just taking things as they go, you know, one day at a time. Basi, mulungu akurianganira, you know, things like that. And that this also goes out to all the single moms out there. Basi, mulungu akurianganira, you know. So yeah, I honestly I don't cinema ndandala kuti jana sakuticha.
Jana sida kutijani from Palombe.
What
With
is
his
Jana?
last 22 MB.
That's
crazy.
Cinema ndandala za jana si basi za bobo, you know, as long as, you know, that's things are okay and you know God is there. It's all basi. What is it way in the basi, you know?
Try to also support. What's your message to single moms out there?
You got this. Yeah,
do.
you can do this.
You
You are doing it already. Nthawi ndi amati nthawi nkachisiru sika chedwa kuthati matero kaya daiwala the saying as a whole komano nthawi imathamanga, you know, imathamanga before you know it ka little person yo akhala basi munthu wamkulu nthawi naye kakudziyang'anira payekha kuzidalira payekha and you look at that person and think, oh, I did this by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do this. You know, you're doing a great job. Don't feel bad about anything, but you're doing a great job and take it one step at a time.
Yeah. Amazing. We've balanced it up now.
I'm inspired.
We've balanced it up now. I'm good to go now. We're balanced it up. Yes, more.
Oh my gosh. All right, so now we're looking at the time. We are literally out of time. Thank you so much to everybody that was listening. I'll just quickly read this. It says the problem of most people is that they accuse before understanding the message. This is coming in from Martian Phillips. I think this is like a situation of shoot first and ask questions later.
Exactly.
That is, and thank you, Martian, for your message. I did say that you could be sending us your messages if you have like any views and whatnot from today's topic. But yeah, thank you so much for your message. Morales in El City, also thank you for your message. You're saying you agree with Priscilla wholeheartedly. Okay, once again, thank you so much, Priscilla. Also, thank you so much, Rebecca. Anything final, quickly?
Me, I like to end it on a lighter note.
Okay.
I'd like to. What is your guilty pleasure? Something you do like when you're overwhelmed. Something weird, a mantra, anything. And the song you like to listen to.
And we only have like a few seconds left.
So you can just
guilty pleasure. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to not get into my head too much. I drink champagne. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you once again.
Thank you so
Priscilla.
much.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you
you,
for
Angie.
watching. I wish we had like 5 hours of this discussion, but you know, things when good things are happening, time flies. But it's been amazing having y'all on the other side, watching and also listening. And for those who've been with me since 6 o'clock, I say thank you so much. Be there again tomorrow for another edition of the Groove Morning Drive with me, Angie Tigris, on Groove100 FM. DJ Spider is coming in the studios, and then we also have Phil Touch as well as Miss Mbuba coming up later on, and Rebecca will also be coming in later on in the day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and from me, it's well, groove on, I guess.
Wow, this is beautiful, wonderful topic. I'm Jacob Nyirongo, the councillor Mulangis, all the way from Musanje district. I like this topic. I just wanted to add that on the issues of identity crisis, that's common for males, females, where you don't know who you are. You should know who you are, and what. Another area is on the peer pressure. I like the Priscilla Kayira's talk And I believe we are learning a lot from this. Please continue this good job, and even the presenters, you're doing a good job. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Hi, this is Amy Divo, and you're listening to Groove 100 FM. Your vibe, your voice, 100 or nothing.